All right, welcome back to the channel. I've got this here Craftsman 24-inch 179cc engine snowblower, 2-stage, and I went to do a service on this. Guy said it was running and then it made a noise and then it wouldn't start, so he went and got a new spark plug, tried that, no dice. So I went over there, did a spark check, sounds good there. Went to go pull it over, and we've got no compression. So just like every story you hear on a small engine, you automatically become a little bit skeptical on the real story you're getting, what happened in reality versus the story you're getting. So I start checking some things, and as I'm checking things, I notice that oil drain is hand loose. And upon looking at the stick, not even a drop. Well, now there is, just probably because it was on the side of that tube, but no oil. I look in here, no oil. I don't see that it's dripped any. Obviously that loose cap, it could have drained out the back slowly, but the guy keeps it in the same spot and there wasn't a big oil spill there. So what I suspect by talking to him more was he actually tried to do an oil change, and he got the oil out, and he said he put oil in because you get little bits and pieces. I suspect that's where the oil ended up, and he ended up blowing his engine because of it. So the machine, I knew the machine from a couple years ago that it was a good working machine. It's in pretty good shape. And so I just bought this one off him as parts machine. He went and got himself a brand new one. He doesn't play around with this stuff. So I am going to see what I can do with this, whether it be Predator swap it, fix this one, use a NOCO engine, or just scrap it and use it for parts as originally intended. So the job for today is get this engine off, because it's cold out here. I got my no gloves on, but it's cold out here. Job for today is get that engine off. Then I could take it inside somewhere and do a real diagnosis on it. The lucky thing about a snowblower engine is it doesn't really have a lot of control cables and stuff like a lawn tractor might, with wires and starters and things like that. The choke is there. The primer bulb is there. The throttle is there. There's nothing like that to disconnect. So they do come off fairly easy as long as the bolts aren't rusty. And this one was garage kept, at least before I got it. And I'm not expecting much of a stroke. Got you zoomed in there. Let's get this belt cover off first. All right, we're in. All right, so the belts, the first one will just pull off probably without having to do anything with the tensioner. A change of plans from my original. I am going to take this pulley off because I need to get the engine out of this bracket. I think this red bracket stays with the machine. It's part of the support structure for how that motor's mounted, and I didn't know that originally. All right, I'm planning on just pipe wrench in there, tool here. Oh yeah, she comes right off. No problem here. I think everybody watching right now has seen one of those things that's never gonna come off. This was a lucky break. I'm just trying to rotate that chute as that comes out. So I got all that stuff off. That's the spring that holds the tension. All right, now I'm going to get that bolt off that the spring rests against. There we go. Oh, and guess what? I didn't have to remove that width just to get the engine out. I thought that was welded to the bottom, but no problem. It's got to come off anyway for me to take that engine cover off. So not a loss, but didn't have to happen outside here in the cold. So what I've done for here is tip the machine all the way forward, and now I'm going to get the belly pan. We got plenty of bubbling paint here, but no holes. The only reason you'd want to not have holes is, well, many reasons, but because if snow and ice get on your drive system in there, it'll slip and or accelerate corrosion, which means these parts that are in here won't move like they should. This one looks pretty good in there, actually. All right, now I could see the motor bolts. I'll get you around the side so you can see them. All right, looks like we got 4 bolts. I've just gone with the extra long extension bar, so I don't need to get my hand in there and get a knuckle buster this morning. All right, now I better hold on to the engine. Nice. There we go. We got ourselves a bare hulk. And in this corner, our engine that we know through a rod due to no compression and no puffing when I pull on the cord, no resistance, most likely due to no oil.